EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for January 11th, 2023. It is Wednesday, middle of the work week, and the Wednesday video forecast is proudly sponsored by the Walters and Zirinsky team at Keller Williams Real Estate, serving all of Lehigh, Northampton, and Carbon counties in eastern Pennsylvania, as well as parts of Bucks, Berks, and Schuylkill counties. Prices are finally beginning to level off in this market, but inventory remains low. The Walters and Zirinsky team, with over 20 years of full-time real estate experience, specializes in residential resale properties, working with buyers and sellers and real estate investors. With the mention of this ad, the Walters and Zirinsky team will offer a free one-year home warranty for either the purchase or sale of your home or equivalent credit or discount with any successfully closed real estate transaction. They can be reached at 610-867-8888, proud sponsors of the Wednesday video forecast. So you see the temperatures above me very similar to yesterday and very similar sky condition to yesterday. Partly to mostly cloudy today. 39 to 46 is a spread from northwest to southeast. And then we bump it up a little bit here, at least on the high end for our southeastern areas, with a warmer surge of air ahead of our next system here on Thursday. So we will have a warm front moving through overnight. And with this warm front, there's not a lot of precipitation with this, but there is some light stuff that's going to come through during the overnight, and there will be some rain or snow showers depending on where you're at. This is with the initial warm front ahead of this system here, which is out here in the southwestern Ohio Valley. Is going to move up in this direction like this, and because of that, we're going to get a warmer surge here on Thursday. Okay, ahead of that system. So it is going to turn a little bit milder ahead of that because of the low track. Let's go over the NAM high-res future stimulated radar. I'm going to start this off at 11 o'clock in the evening tonight. And this, you can see the timestamp in the upper right-hand corner, which you can follow along as I move this forward. And you can see just some very light stuff here, but there is some indication, some blue on the map here, and this is indicating some light snow showers. This is going to be favoring the elevation areas for anything that's going to accumulate. So coating to an inch or maybe two would be across the very highest elevations of northeast PA. The valley locations probably not, okay? You might have some white rain falling, as I like to call it, white rain, which is snow falling, not really sticking too well. And areas further south will just be showers. And that will all turn over to showers by the time we get to the late overnight hours into the early Thursday morning period. And then we just got these light intermittent showers during the day on Thursday. Just a pesky, real light rain, nuisance kind of thing going throughout most of the day. Once we get to the evening, as you can see here, this is 8 p.m., you see a more concentrated area of showers and periods of rain. This is ahead of a cold front that's going to come through once the system completely pushes off to our northwest. The low pressure at this point is all the way up here. So this is the attendant cold front moving through here, and it's going to give us all this rain as it pushes through. And it's going to do so rather quickly. I think this is going to continue into part of the overnight, but by the time we get to very early Friday morning, this is done. This is 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Just about all areas are done with precipitation at that point. So this is not something that's going to linger into Friday, I don't think. Friday is probably going to be just maybe an early shower in a few spots in our northern areas here, but other than that, it just remains mostly cloudy during the day here on Friday. All this snow off to our west here, that's all over here, is not going to be moving this way. We are not getting some back-end snow out of this. There could be some flurries that make it into parts of our area late Friday night and early Saturday morning, but other than that, we're looking at a dry weekend overall once this moves through. Here's that precipitation moving through, and it's not a lot of precipitation either. We're talking about a quarter to a half inch thereabout, and I'll show you that in a second too. But it looks like Friday mostly is dry in between this, and all the stuff in western PA kind of stays there. This is upsloping, okay? You could have a few snow showers that make it into part of the region very late in the overnight and early Saturday morning, but that's it. There is a secondary that forms out here. Yesterday we were talking about a secondary low forming and a cold conveyor belt that European model was showing going over eastern Pennsylvania. That is not happening, okay? And all the models have stepped away from that. All the ensembles have stepped away from that. So there's no back-end surprises here going on with this particular system. And we really didn't expect it. If you look at you can even go to our website. The header on the top of the website literally says no snow expected until late January at a minimum, and that is true. Okay, we knew this period was going to be mild, and this should not be a surprise to anybody that this is working out in this way. Even though we do have a trough coming in here for the weekend, which is going to keep it a little cooler on Saturday with highs in the 30s for most areas. Once we get to Sunday, we start to moderate again. It begins to pull out. We'll have mostly sunny skies on Sunday and then partly cloudy Monday. The next system is going to come in here again on Tuesday, and it's going to bring showers. Okay, this is just rain showers, and that's it. And again, not a surprise. It's January 17th at that point, next Tuesday. This is not a surprise that that period would be milder. We're expecting to be milder probably straight through the following week, too. Okay, and it's not until the end of the month. We get in that last week of the month that we're going to be expecting some changes to cooler temperatures, or at least near average, that can support snow. So if you're looking for something before that, that's probably not a good idea to hang your hat on something like that. I know a lot of people have been reaching out to me on Twitter and asking me if this, they're seeing things, different places that they follow, different weather sources, and hoping that this is going to turn around sooner. I don't see it happening anytime soon. It's probably going to be toward the end of the month when we start seeing something wintry coming back into play. And even then, it's not a guarantee. We'll see. But before then, I don't see anything happening. And it looks like all these systems the next week at the very least should be in the form of rain. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for January 11th, 2023. Have a great Wednesday.